Hey friends and family, as you may or may not know, for the past 3 years we've been living and travelling in a tiny house on wheels. We built the house in Yorkshire, moved to Lancashire where Autumn gave birth in the house, and now we're based in Wales, in which we've moved 5 times to date. In that time we've met some incredible people, and we've also been so lucky to put our house in some beautiful locations. We've been looking for a location to stay long enough in order to put our roots in the ground, but we haven't been able to find that yet. And we've never really looked at land because we didn't have the capital, nor has anything naturally presented itself until now. We've been offered 4 acres of land in Pembrokeshire through a friend of ours who has a beautiful vision of a village forming around a midwifery school that she's building. And as we want to build earth-sheltered birth pods and also offer our tiny house for families and women to come and birth their children in a safe and held environment, we also align with her vision. So rather than letting this opportunity slide as we don't have the capital, we're taking the advice of a friend of ours who told us to make a film, share a bit about who we are and the vision that we have, and ask for help. So we're looking for your support to raise £25,000 in order to become guardians of this land, to create a safe and held environment for not just ourselves, but for families and women to come and birth their children as well. If you can't support us financially, that's absolutely fine. It would be amazing if you can help us by sharing this video. We hope you enjoyed the film and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
About 5 years ago, in the Australian outback, me and Ash met on a farm picking zucchinis and squash. And that is where our adventures began. We travelled down the eastern coast of Australia and we explored Bali, and we met some incredible people and we saw some epically beautiful places. In the end, we found ourselves in New Zealand, and we lived and worked there for about 1.5 years in a very, very special town called Wanaka. And that is where we discovered that I was pregnant. At the time, this posed a bit of a dilemma to us because we didn't know where we wanted to be, and that was very, very important to us. In raising a child, we wanted to be somewhere with strong community and be somewhere where we could really put down our roots. So we came back to the UK and we spent 4 months building our tiny house on wheels in Yorkshire. The 4 months was always going to be a tight squeeze, but it turned out to be perfect. The first location that we moved our tiny house to was in Lancashire, and within 24 hours of arriving there, I had gone into labour and Rain was born the very next day. So now we're preparing for the birth of our second baby, who will be due in March. And whilst the tiny house was perfect for what we needed at the time of Rain's birth, with this pregnancy I feel very strongly drawn to giving birth in a space completely free of electricity, a space that is made with natural materials and where there is a very deep sense of connection to the earth. The design, the use of materials, the ambient lighting, it will all be designed to create a held womb-like space, one that's still and soft and primal. And that will form the first prototype of what we envision happening upon the land, which is to create birth pods for families to come and birth their babies in held, safe spaces.
So we feel the vision is there in who we are and how we want to live on this land. We want to regenerate ourselves and anyone that comes to the land by living more closely with nature and reconnecting more deeply to her. We want to grow food and forage off the land to support our local community and the food and distribution network that exists already. We want to grow more trees. We have 30+ trees that are waiting to go in the ground. They're 1 year or 2 old. They've been following us whilst we've been traveling. There's oak trees, sycamore trees, chestnut trees, apple trees, and more. There's also Welsh elm that lives on the land already. and the babies are way too close to each other, so we want to gently excavate them and space them apart so that they can reach their full potential. So what's really important to us for this project is that all the work that we carry out is done as gently as possible. We align with nature's principles and want to continue to bring that forward in the vision that we have. Treading lightly, giving back more than we take, and allowing the vision to come through the land and to guide us in the best way possible. So we hope you've enjoyed this film. We hope you align with our vision and would like to support us on this, and that you would like to also share this video. And we would like to hear from you as well, and we look forward to meeting you one day. So thank you for listening, thank you for watching.